In this video, we're gonna talk about the day in the life of a realtor. Yes, me being the realtor and you getting to see what it's like on a day-to-day basis from beginning to end, what my schedule is like, and we're gonna get into it right now. Well guys, I'm here. I'm on my way to show a house to my client. We're seeing 5 houses today and we're going to see the 4th one. As I have been driving on the road getting to the next house, I come across a train. So yeah, day in the life of Tim Trevathan, this is what happens. Sometimes you get caught in traffic, sometimes you get caught by a train on a train track.
2 hours later.
I was out showing houses with clients today. 2 clients, same day. One started in the morning, one in the late afternoon. And basically, I went home, had some dinner, I changed into different clothes. Now I'm in casual clothing. And I'm here at the Lakes at Sugarloaf in Duluth, where I have my listing. This house here just hit the market this morning, as mentioned before. And I'm here to pass out these just listed flyers. There you go, got my name, all my information, my picture, and of course the picture of the property. So 3418 Union Park Drive in Duluth, a swim and tennis gated community, newer build homes, 2012. Very hard to find this kind of thing in Duluth, or if you do see it, it's extremely sought after. People want gated, people want safety, people want the swim and tennis in Duluth, here in the heart of Duluth, right off of Sugarloaf Parkway, Old Peachtree Road rather. Both. There's 2 entrances, so you can go either way. And yeah, I'm about to pass out these flyers. Now, some people ask me, well, why do you need to pass out just listed flyers to people who already live in the neighborhood? Good question. There's 2 reasons, okay? First reason is that you never know if a homeowner here has a friend or family member that wants to live in this neighborhood and they want to be notified. Maybe they don't check Zillow or have a realtor already that is sending them information about the market, but I might be the one to be able to let them know. I'm the mouthpiece that can let people know. Also, the second reason is, and mainly for marketing for my sake as a realtor, there may be somebody here who has thought about selling their house and they don't know how much their house is worth. And once they see this house is listed, later I'm going to pass out flyers of when it gets sold, or I might just buy mailers and have them distributed all throughout the community. That's a lot faster. Then they may start thinking even more, hey, I think I need to sell my house. I'm going to call Tim. So anyway, we're here and I'm going to start walking around. I just stepped out of my car and actually ran into one of the buyers and the buyer's agent. So I was talking with them and they were really curious about how many showings, what kind of closing day are we looking at. They're trying to figure out all kinds of different things to make their offer competitive before they submit it. So this is the kind of market we're in. Agents are constantly calling me throughout the day. I mean, it's just this hectic. As soon as the house hits the market, bombarded with showing requests and so many different phone calls and text messages, which is a good thing. I think selling the houses in this market is not an issue. It's just trying to handle the offer flow and the workflow throughout the day once a home is listed. So I imagine we're going to have a lot more activity coming up tomorrow because it's Sunday. Anyway, I should probably let you guys see what I'm looking at. Behind me is the house that I've got for sale here. So, and you can see there's my for sale sign. They have the post signs, the ones that are higher quality, but this one will do for the current market that we're in. And we're here sitting about 7 p.m. and we're almost done. I think we got one more showing coming up, and then tomorrow we'll resume with more showings. Woo! All right, so I just finished passing out all the flyers. It took about 1 hour to do about 30 flyers because it's a lot of walking. Some doors I'm knocking and they don't answer, but I gotta wait long enough to see if they open the door. Out of about 30 houses, I had about 9 that opened the door. So about 35% open rate. And that's expected. All the other ones that didn't open, I would just slip the paper right between the crack of the door and wait for them to open it. So basically, yeah, we're done here. A little bit tired, actually really tired. And yeah, we'll just see how things go the next time around. We'll be passing out more tomorrow and hopefully get some good leads. Basically, I had some that said that, oh, we have friends and family who've already bought in Duluth. Got others that say no, not interested. Others don't give really a response directly to that. They just say, thank you very much for the information. And then I had one who said that they are thinking of selling their house and they're curious to see what the house that I have for sale looks like on the inside. So they're going to be stopping by at the open house tomorrow between 1 and 3 p.m. so they can compare their house to the house that's on the market now. Anyway, talk to you guys later. All right, so I'm in the car heading home, and I just had a couple thoughts I wanted to share. You know, I get a lot of people that ask me, well, Tim, you know, passing out flyers, what good is it to do that? Does it really generate any business, or is there any good that comes from that? You never know who you might meet. You might meet your next client. You might meet the next person who needs to know about what house is up for sale so they can let their friend know, hey, this house is available. You know, the thing for me is I just enjoy meeting people. And to be honest, this is the first time I've door knocked in over a year because of the pandemic. And it felt good today. It felt so good to just knock on doors, talk to the homeowners, interact with them, get to know them, you know, hear their thoughts and their opinions about the listing, and just, you know, seeing who all that lives here. So there's that. But, you know, if I don't want to do that, and if I need to save time, then I can always pay somebody, you know, $10 an hour, $15 an hour, and hire them for just a couple hours walk, passing out flyers for me. So anyway, that's kind of my process with just listed flyers. I also do sold flyers, open house flyers, although I usually combine that with the just listed flyers. And then, yeah, sometimes market information, just to let people know about the market, and just build relationships with the homeowners. Then every 3 to 6 months, I'll come by, provide more material that's helpful for them, and just build rapport and get to know the neighbors, and have them remember me, and so that I could be their go-to agent later on, and you know, help them out, because you know they may need to sell and downsize or upsize or move to a different city, and I could be the one to help them. So I enjoy doing this part of the job, meeting and talking to people, and that's what makes it exciting for me.
Tomorrow.
Man, I'm tired, but we gotta start the day off well. Okay, so it's Sunday now, Sunday morning at 7:41 a.m. and about to head to church. Usually I go to the 10 a.m. service, but because my schedule's so hectic today, I had to change things around, and so we're going to the 8 a.m. service. I'm gonna be late if I don't finish this video soon, but hey, I'm doing this for you guys. But anyway, basically, I'm gonna resume the marketing for the house in Duluth that I was doing the flyers for, the just listed flyers yesterday that I was passing out to the neighbors. Today we got the open house from 1 to 3 p.m. Before that though, I'm gonna meet another client for a walkthrough at 10 a.m. And that walkthrough involves just basically looking at the house, make sure everything looks good, seller moved out, and everything is intact, nothing got damaged. They professionally home clean the home according to the agent, so we want to make sure that there's no debris left over. The purpose of the walkthrough is to do just that, and it's done usually a few days prior to closing. So yes, we're going to be closing on Monday, tomorrow, and he's buying a townhome for his daughter. We had to come over asking price by $16,000. Even with the appraisal coming in low, we had to pay the difference. That's how crazy the market is. So basically, he's gonna close tomorrow. We're gonna do the walkthrough today at 10 a.m. Then again, the open house from 1 to 3. I have to come an hour before to prep. Got open house signs, flyers, gotta turn on all the lights in the house. So some prep work like that. Right after 3 p.m., I got another appointment that I gotta meet a client at 3:45 for, and that's to show him some houses in the upper 200,000 range. That's a very competitive market that we're in, but fortunately I got him approved with a cash program, which we have a special business relationship for me and my broker, Virtual Properties. So yeah, let's get started for the day. And you know, my wife goes to church with me. She's about to get in the car, but she's a bit camera shy, so we'll leave it at that. So here we are, we're about to get to the house where we're doing a walkthrough. It's a gated townhome community, which is a great feature to have, the gatedness, if that's even a word. So we just arrived and we are inside the neighborhood now. This is a beautiful townhome community in Buford, and it's a sunny day. Can't complain about that. Not too hot either. So this is the house we're about to go check out, so let's go in. So my client, I think, just arrived. I saw them pull up. I just opened the door and we can go in here and check this out. So the owners have moved out. As you can see, they professionally home cleaned the house. We're gonna do a walkthrough, and really this home is in pretty good shape. I think the only thing we found was the HVAC door of the furnace was off and it just needed to be put back on, and the pilot light needed to be lit again for the fireplace to run. And there are some holes in the shingles from poor workmanship that we're gonna get the HOA to cover. And that's really it. So this is a pretty clean home as far as the walkthrough goes. Here they come.
The stacking dolls, you can put that there.
All right, so back in the car, we just finished our walkthrough. Everything went well. The only thing that we really noticed was that they had left 2 mattresses and a stroller in the garage. So I just texted the agent, the listing agent, and just kindly requested, could you have the seller remove those things? And she said no problem. She'll go by there today and take them. And so all the remaining debris will be gone. And the house looked clean. It looked great. They were happy. So yeah, I'm excited for them. You know, their case is a little interesting because they are downsizing. They're selling their home in Lawrenceville and they're buying a smaller home in Buford. And the home has great features as far as usability. It's an end unit. You got some yard space to the left of you. And it's a swim and tennis gated community. So again, it's got a lot of great features and amenities. So now I'm at McDonald's, about to go grab me some early lunch. I don't really like to eat fast food. It's not that healthy, but once in a while I have to, just based off of my schedule if I'm too busy. So I'm gonna go grab me a Big Mac. After that, gonna head over to my listing in Duluth and prep for that for about an hour. And then the open house will start at 1 p.m.
Bun. 7 great ingredients working together to make one great taste. 2 all-beef patties, special sauce, cheese, lettuce, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun. Get the idea? 2 all-beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions, and a sesame seed bun.
It's your McDonald's Big Mac. You've got to taste it to believe it, you know what I mean?
2 all-beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions, and a sesame seed bun.
Here we are, we're at the open house. We've already had about 7 families come through, and it's only, what is it, 1:12. Open house started at 1. We've had people come in prior to 1, and they're continuing to trickle in, so we expect probably a lot more to come.
Hours later.
So here's the lakes at Sugarloaf that we just had an open house for. I post open house signs at all the major intersections so people can see. Here's one of my signs right here. Now that it's over, let's pop this up and put it back in the car, and we are done. So I'm here with my clients, showing them a house. I just got done with my open house literally like 45 minutes ago, and I just hopped in the car, went straight to the house that we're looking at now. Got about 4 or 5 houses that I'm going to show. This is the first one out of the batch. Try to create a map route and you know, make sure that I make the most efficient route where we go from one house to the next, point A to point B. And so this is the first one. This is priced at $270,000. It's a 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath with 2,086 square feet. It's an older home built in 1989. You can see by some of the wooden trim. Even has handicap accessibility here. It's pretty good for elderly who want to live here. They don't have to look for a ranch style home, which is typical. Elderly people want a one-story easy entryway, but this one would still work for them. So yeah, we're gonna keep going. At the second house, and the homeowner left their cat right in the middle of the living room. So yeah, as I was saying, you know, we're out here looking at homes, and I tell you, this market is intense. We're having to bid over asking price, pay all closing costs, and sometimes waive the appraisal contingency just to get the offer accepted. This client understands that. We're approved for a home cash company program that will give us the edge up, but I just have to let them know, you know, what kind of offer price we're expecting. So yeah, this is the house that we're in right now. This is like the, yes, kind of a sitting area. You could make it a little family room, but really this is the living room that we're looking at here, and the kitchen next to it. So again, 1989, but even though it's older, it's well maintained. They did a fantastic job. So this is what we're looking at. Wow, whew. Today's been a long day, guys. And just have to say, that open house that I did, it was intense. We had over 20 families come by, 50 people total, maybe a little more, were at the entire open house from just a 2-hour period between 1 and 3 p.m. This market is so intense. I've never seen anything like it. All price ranges, it's a seller's market up to $2 million. So that means homes are going under contract in less than a week, over asking price, up to $2 million. Now, I knew it was gonna be pretty active and a lot of participation in the open house, but I didn't think it was gonna be that much today. We had some interesting people come through. We had basically 6 buyers that came to me directly who said, Tim, we want to put an offer, we want to do dual agency. And first of all, dual agency is illegal in the state of Georgia. What dual agency is that you have one agent who represents both the seller and the buyer as clients in the same transaction. We don't do that, but we do what's called an agency that involves representing the seller as a client, representing the buyer as a customer. So you can write up an offer for the buyer, but you can't offer any opinion or insight or professional advice. All I could do is say, hey, what do you want to offer? Okay, let me write that down. They might ask, do you think that's too high? Do you think it's too low? Do you think we need to offer more? And I just have to zip my lips. I can't say anything. It's kind of a tricky process. You kind of have to balance it on the tightrope. I've done it once 2 years ago and it worked out just fine, but it doesn't always work out. And especially in this kind of hyper competitive seller's market, you got so many buyers bidding over asking price that it really isn't helping them to go directly to me. So you might be asking, why do they do that? Well, the reason why is because a lot of them are trying to save on what they think is the buyer's agent would get, that they can instead lower their offer price so that they can save money on their end with their offer price. So anyway, that happened. We had interesting demographics, like 2 white families, 2 black families, a lot of Korean and Chinese, and a lot of Indian. So that kind of shows the makeup of who wants to be in that neighborhood. And I wouldn't say indicative of the entire city of Duluth, although in that area, there's more of a concentration of an Asian population in Duluth. But all throughout Duluth, you got practically every race, every nationality, or ethnicity rather. So it's really, really multicultural here. It's cool. After that, again, as you saw in the previous videos, I went to show houses to another client immediately after the open house. You know, I had one lady that trickled in around 3:15 or 3:10, and I said, I'm sorry, we're done. And kind of just have to be firm at that point. So as soon as I went over to show the house to my client, we had to kind of talk over, you know, the game plan. We've been together for a few months, but you know, he's still trying to get a feel for the market. We haven't even put an offer in yet. So he hasn't experienced that part of potential rejection. Telling him that we're having to come up over 10,000 asking price just to get it. So anyway, we're dealing with that. We saw 4 houses today, and the last one he liked the most. but in the end, he decided not to put an offer on it because of the neighborhood he didn't like. So back to the drawing board. Now we're here 7:04 p.m. and I actually have more work to do. I got to sift through some of the offers that we received from the previous, from the listing, and we'll just take them until the deadline of tomorrow at 8 p.m. Hey guys, thanks for watching. I hope that kind of shared a little bit more about what I do and the nitty-gritty details. And I tell you, every day is different, it's sporadic. So this past week it happened to be exceptionally busy, so I'm happy that I was able to cover a lot in this video so that you guys can see what it's truly like. Now, if you want to know more about Atlanta, especially about how much it costs to really live here, then be sure to click on the link below of my other video that talks about that. Hope to see you on the next one. Take care.